George was a curious rabbit. He loved adventures. One day, George's friends told him about a spooky old house. "It's haunted," they whispered. George shivered. He was a little bit scared, but mostly he was excited. George decided to see the haunted house for himself. He put on his favorite hat. It was red with a fuzzy pom-pom on top. "Here I come," he said, hopping on his way. The sun started to set as George reached the house. It was big and dark. The windows were like spooky eyes. George took a deep breath. "I can do this," he whispered. He hopped up the creaky porch steps and peeked inside. The house was dark and dusty inside. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling. George tiptoed through a hallway. He heard a noise. "Boo!" something whispered. George jumped, but it was just a curtain moving in the wind. George entered a big room. There was a fireplace and a comfy-looking armchair. Suddenly, the grandfather clock chimed. Bong, bong, bong! George counted along. He wasn't scared anymore. This house wasn't so spooky after all. He hopped up the stairs. The steps creaked with every hop. He reached a long corridor with many doors. One door was slightly open. A light flickered inside. George peeked in. Inside the room, a friendly ghost floated near the ceiling. "Hello," said the ghost. George wasn't scared. The ghost had a kind smile and twinkly eyes. "Hi," said George. "I'm George." "I'm Winston," said the ghost. "Welcome to my house. Don't be afraid. We ghosts don't bite." Winston giggled. George saw that other ghosts were playing hide and seek. They looked like they were having fun. "Do you want to play with us?" asked Winston. George nodded excitedly. He joined the ghosts in their game. George ran and giggled with his new friends. He had never had so much fun. George spent the rest of the night playing with the ghosts. He learned that they loved to laugh and tell jokes. They weren't scary at all. When it was time to leave, George hugged his new friends goodbye. As he hopped back home, George realized something important. He had been scared of the unknown, but facing his fear had led him to new friends and a great adventure. He learned that being brave doesn't mean not being scared. It means being a little bit scared and still going for it.